The next guest on Smarter San Diego TV is the founder of Military Mutual. Please welcome back Derek Barksdale and his special guest, Maurice Cornell.
Welcome to the show, guys. All right. Here they are. All right. Military Mutual. Derek, you wanted to bring on Maurice today.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Well, Maurice is something special. As you know, Military Mutual is founded on the sole principle of giving back, and we do so with associate professionals that are, embody giving back in whole. And he is a true testimony of just giving back and being something for greater good of the community and society in general. So wanted to just show a great example of how people can get involved in the community and how it starts with Military Mutual.
Maurice, how do you feel about that?
I feel like I need to give him a hug right now.
Because you're from Minnesota.
Yes.
And your big thing is fighting for home ice,
right,
which we're going to talk about. And we know you were a hockey player. Do you still play hockey?
I do. Not as much as I want to, but I do.
Yeah. Not all second of the day.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But you do play.
I do play.
And fighting for home ice, tell us about what that is and what you guys are doing.
So fighting for home ice is something that we came up with a few months back. It's giving back to military veterans, families, for those who maybe can't afford to play the sport. Mm-hmm. It's expensive, the cost, the equipment.
Gear.
Yeah. So what we like to do is take in donations of gear, grants, and give it back out.
Okay, very cool. And so is this for the children of military families, or is it just for, who is it for?
Yeah, it's for all ages. We're really hitting it with the children, but also if there are active duty military members who want to get in, gear, monetary-wise, we're giving it back to them as well.
Okay, very, very cool stuff. And so in Fighting for Home Ice, of course, we have the website up on the screen right now if you want to check it out. I don't think anyone else is doing this as far as hockey is concerned, because it's kind of a specific thing, right? But it's one of those things that touches me because when I grew up, I didn't have the opportunity to play hockey. And it wasn't because, in my case, it was just because, the only hockey rink was 45 minutes away and there was just no way to make it happen logistically. But there are a lot of people who are right here in San Diego who, there's a hockey rink right down the street and they aren't able to do it, so now you're giving them the opportunity.
Yeah, it's building in San Diego County, and that's what we like to see. We like to see hockey take off. And yeah, there's a rink down here, there's a rink in Southern California, or Southern San Diego, I should say. And as we keep going more north, there's obviously more rinks getting into the Ducks and the Kings. But yeah, we would like to give more opportunities to one of our biggest military communities around, an opportunity to play hockey.
Yeah, play hockey.
Yep.
Just play hockey.
Just play hockey.
Just play hockey, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spearheading that. It's fantastic stuff. And Derek, did you want to say anything more about what Maurice is doing with?
Yeah, well, not only for, the giving back through hockey is there. He gives back every day through real estate, and he's an outstanding realtor. But within San Diego, I think it's an unforgotten or an unknown secret that's there, that hockey even exists.
True.
I grew up in a sports world, and hockey wasn't first and foremost. It was always basketball or football. But once I really got involved and once I went to a hockey game, I really got this great passion towards trying to find out more. And that's where we can actually let people know about those other gifts that are out there through sports.
Totally. And now we have the goals back in San Diego. So even more kids and stuff like that, they're going to be seeing things along those lines and wanting to participate, wanting to figure out how. So it's great that you're doing that. Beck?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, have you noticed more popularity? I mean, it's still early. The Gulls have only, a few weeks into their season. But have you noticed more popularity with hockey, with the Gulls coming back?
I get asked all the time, how can I get into the sport? How can I get into a Gulls game? How can we do what you do? And it's great that we're doing this, giving back and being able to have an avenue for people who were asking those questions before. It was like, I don't know what to tell you. But now I can say, I've got a perfect place for you to go. And I also coach outside of playing, so I can, if you have kids, I can tell you, this is where we need to be, this is what you need to be doing. There's a lot more activity going on.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say hockey's making a comeback in
absolutely,
San Diego.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Making a comeback.
Absolutely.
All right.
And that's what's great about Maurice also, is that not only is he part of this nonprofit organization, but he truly does give back as a coach. And he doesn't have a kid that's on the team. And so that always amazed me whenever I was coached with coaches that didn't have any real tangible experience to it except for the great will of wanting to give back, and that just really talks about who he is as a person. So
and who Military Mutual is as an organization, right? It's founded on that. And,
really
and speaking of sports, we wanted to talk about Pops today.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Don,
All
the
right.
story of Don, because
All right.
you don't like to talk about this very much, or you don't bring it up very often. But your dad, Don Barksdale, is an NBA Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He was a very, very good basketball player.
Didn't even realize it when I was growing up. That's what's crazy about it.
Really?
Yeah, he was, I always say he was kind of, well, growing up in a celebrity household, he was the most humble celebrity of significance that I ever known. And why I say that is because even just growing up, I knew that he played basketball. I knew that he had college and basketball experience with the Boston Celtics, and that was the big name that was there. But other than that, I didn't really know much about it. But then as time moved along, I realized how he impacted my life through so many things other than just the basketball. Because around my dad, it wasn't about, look what I did, or these were the things I did in basketball. You would never hear about it. And even when I even brought it up around the kids that were in the neighborhood, he's like, hey, people don't want to hear about that stuff. And so, I was kind of taught to leave it alone. But I realized he taught me 3 significant lessons as we went on through life. And that was 1, passion builds success, and no matter what you do. And the other 2, he didn't really tell me. He basically did lifestyle evangelism, I guess you would say. And taught me that in order to be successful, you want to, or the best thing is to actually make it not about you. And so being in the military, it's all about being something bigger than yourself. And that's kind of how Military Mutual is formed. It's about something bigger than just Derek or Maurice or, the client, that one client that we're serving. It's about a bigger purpose of great good. And then the last part of it was really that for true success, it's all about giving back. And he taught me that through basically never bringing up his basketball accomplishments by any means, and being a Naismith Memorial Hall of Famer. He didn't even know that was coming into fruition as time moved along. But what he was able to show me is that, you can give back through different things, like Save High School Sports that he put together that raised over $1 million in charity for the Bay Area, school district. And, those were the things that he always talked about. Man, we are doing great things in the community. We are doing this. We're able to give back. And as I went on, I had this great desire to give back for some reason or another. And I think it was really founded on what he was like as a person as I grew up with him.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, Derek.
Thank you. I guess not. But I love it. And it really is the true testimony to success, because I tell people all the time also is a lot of people want success, and they think that success means something that they get. But true success is when you're able to provide something for someone else, and that means that your needs are typically taken care of if you could provide for someone else. So once you start giving back, it becomes infectious and you want to do it more and more. And what you kind of find is that your needs are taken care of for the most part. Now let's take it and focus on other people, whether they be in the organization of Military Mutual, or they be a client that needs to help us out, or they be a kid that just needs some gear so they could try out a sport that they never even heard of. So,
and these are all things that you're doing through Military Mutual, which is just fantastic. It's amazing. Congratulations to you, by the way, for building such an amazing organization and having such awesome people like Maurice as part of it. I just can't say enough about what you guys are doing in the community. Fantastic stuff, Derek.
Oh, thank you very much, Derek.
Thank you both for being here. Really appreciate your time. Maurice, thanks for coming. Thanks for all the good work that you're doing to get hockey out there in San Diego. Hey, it's back.
Yeah.
Hockey is back, and it's back big, and I think that this is going to do great things in the community. Thank you guys so much for being here, and stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.